the #1 rated quarterback in the league. On the other end of the passing attack is the #1 ranked receiver, averaging 24 yards a catch, Keith Poole.
Soyoff putting it up for grabs. He caught it! Touchdown, Cougar!
Rounding out the offense is Kelly Larson, who has come on in recent weeks to make the Clovis ground game a potent force. But Hoover comes into tonight's contest riding a 5-game winning streak led by the precision passing of Steve Newman to talented wide receivers like Mike Guidry. On the ground, the Patriots depend on the quick feet of Alphonso Tucker.
Right side, he's got a hole, bounces outside, touchdown.
Joining Tucker in the backfield is the bruising fullback, Warren Fortier, whose powerful running has been a key to the Patriots' balanced offensive success. Hoover hopes that balance and momentum will guide them to an upset victory over the NYL's only undefeated team.
He's got it over the shoulder, 30. No way. Goodbye, baby.
Close in the slot. Short drop. Newman to throw deep up the right sideline. Here's a hookup, and it's going to be Dark Kyle going all the way.
Ball at the 8-yard line. Ladding to have none. Up the middle. Touchdown, Clovis West.
Side formation. Pull to the right. Short drop. Deep ball. Goes after it. He's got it for a Clovis touchdown. It's a 14-yard touchdown connection on a diving catch by Keith Poole.
It's the final regular season game as the Hoover Patriots take on the Clovis Cougars. Hello again, everybody. I'm Rich Cellini, and welcome to the NYL Game of the Week. Heading into the final game of the NYL season, the Clovis Cougars are still top dog. They are 8-0, looking to improve their record to 9-0. The Hoover Patriots, on the other hand, are 5-3, and that is a very good record considering they were 0-3 3 weeks into league play. They are in 4th place now, just a game behind the Sanger Apaches. And joining me for tonight's telecast is my partner, Barry Reardon. And Barry, if you're Coach Pat Plummer, how do you prepare for a Clovis team that has just been dominating all year?
Well, Rich, we haven't seen it so far this year, but in order for Hoover to win this game tonight, they have to play flawless football. It's the 10th week of the season, the last week for Hoover. They have to just hang it all out on the line and just play the best they can.
If they're going to win tonight, they're going to need another big game from their star tailback, Alphonso Tucker.
No question about it. In order for Hoover to win tonight, they're going to have to be very effective running the football. Alphonso Tucker, as you can see, the #2 rusher in the NYL, 875 yards and almost averaging 6 yards a carry. Very important for him tonight to have a great game running the ball.
Clovis has been dominating all season. Everybody knows that. They haven't lost a game. They're 9-0, looking to finish the season undefeated and head into the playoffs. But the thing that is so impressive about them, not only do they have the #1 defense in the league, they also have the #2 and 3 scorers in the NYL.
That's right, Rich. The #2 and 3 scorers, Jason Soyoff and Keith Poole, going for 78 and 66 points respectively. Just a high-powered offense. They can do it all, like you said. They play defense, special teams, offense. They're just very, very good.
I think the thing that makes them so good is you really cannot key on one area. Sanger came in here with the best defense. Heading in, they got beat 42-0, and they got beat by the run, not the pass. Clovis has thrown the ball so well all year with the Soyoff to Poole. It sounds like a broken record over and over, and they are too right on top of the league in throwing and receiving.
No question. The thing about Clovis that makes them so good, like we said before, is their whole package. You can see right there, Jason Soyoff, the leading passer in the NYL, 1,319 yards for 15 touchdowns, and that's only with 103 passing attempts, which is very good. They're very effective, and you can see Keith Poole, the top receiver, 33 catches, 819 yards, and just an astounding 25 yards per catch, which is just remarkable. And he is such a big play man for them, and for Clovis to go on into the playoffs and do well and finish the season undefeated, Keith Poole's going to have to step up and just play great like he has all year.
Speaking of the playoff brackets, they are all but set for the 2 teams from Fresno that will go. As there you can take a look, the #1 team coming up next week in the NYL. That is Clovis. They will play the number 2 in the SYL. And then you have to skip the next bracket and go down to the number 2 team in the NYL. That is Clovis West. They will play the number 1 team from the South Yosemite League. It is very important for Clovis not to get any key injuries in this game as they head into their game next week. Foothill from Bakersfield will come here to the Lamonica Stadium and try to upset the Cougars. That will be our game of the week next week. And Clovis West, the number 2 team in the NYL, will have to travel down to Bakersfield and play West, who has been a very good team for a long time. So what we're going to look at next week is going to be a very outstanding game. But tonight is the Hoover Patriots, who try to increase their winning streak to 6-0. And basically this game tonight would really make their season. And for the Cougars, they'd like to win and stay undefeated. But I think even more important than that is they have to come at it tonight healthy and just to keep this whole machine rolling. We'll be back with tonight's opening kickoff right after this.
Deafening roar of the dinosaur. It echoed through the land for 140 million years, then fell silent. But now they're back at the Fresno Metropolitan Museum, sharing secrets locked in time. Come unravel the mysteries of these menacing Mesozoic giants with the whole family. Journey back to the age of dinosaurs, now through December 1st at the Fresno Metropolitan Museum.
Lamonica Stadium here at Clovis High School, the site of tonight's final NYL game of the year, as the undefeated Clovis Cougars have lost the toss and they will kick off to the Hoover Patriots, winners of their last 5, and very hopeful of keeping that streak alive tonight, Barry.
Yep, very hopeful, definitely. Like you said at the pregame show, Rich, this would make their season if they could win. Before the season, Hoover expected some big things, maybe a shot at the title. Things didn't work out for them, but they've got things together the second part of the season, and it would really be a big lift for their kids and for their football program if they could beat Clovis tonight. But they are going to have their hands full, no question about it.
Aaron Almos and Mike Guidry are back deep to receive as Jason Cordero will kick off for the Cougars. And he kicks a low liner up the middle, and this one will be fielded by Guidry at the 5. Out over the 20, got a big hole, and then he is wrapped up, returns it out over the 25 to the 27. Starting lineup for the Patriots tonight on the line will be Fortier, Grinstead, Anaya, Kelly, and Adler. Receivers will be Guidry, Almos, and number 88, Wagner. In the backfield, Newman, Fortier, and Alphonso Tucker. Steve Newman played a good game last week, as did Alphonso Tucker in their defeat of Roosevelt. They line up in the I formation again and run Tucker over the right side. He is stacked up, pickup of a couple over the 30-yard line. That'll bring up second down.
That's Rich. It's very important for Hoover tonight as we look at the Clovis Cougars defense. The linemen, Mike Hawks, Nixon, and Jacob Belmont. The linebackers, Lionfelter, Hine, Tafoya, and Pavich. And the backs, Howard, Figueroa, King, and Van Doren is the strong safety. Very important for Alphonso Tucker to find that hole and get through it. No dilly-dallying around at the line of scrimmage. The holes close real quick against this Clovis D.
They hand off this time up the middle to Fortier, and he breaks through and then is knocked down by number 18, Travis King. Big hole for Fortier, and he was very impressive last week. He's just a big kid who runs straight ahead.
Very big kid, and he just lowers his head, runs straight up the field. Like we talked about the play before, the hole opened up, Fortier was through it and into the secondary. Hoover's going to have to do that all night. They're going to have to find the hole and get through it. Real important for them tonight.
1st and 10, ball at the 47. They go to Tucker over the right side again, and he bangs through for a good gain, and Tucker is running tough tonight.
Alphonso Tucker's a real good back. Doesn't have a lot of size, but he's got real good quickness and real good feet. He's done a great job for Hoover all year long, and he's going to have a big game tonight.
Pickup of 5 for Tucker over the right side. Makes it 2nd and 5. Hoover comes up with split receivers. Fortier, the lone setback. And it looks like somebody jumped.
Yeah, the left guard that time took off a little bit early. It's going to cost him 5 yards. So it takes a 2nd down and 5 and now makes it a 2nd down 10 and nullifies that nice game by Alphonso Tucker on 1st down. If you want to beat this Clovis football team, you can't make a lot of mistakes. We've seen it in the past. Sanger made a few mistakes against them, and it cost them big time. Hoover's going to have to play really well tonight, and penalties will kill them.
Second down, Steve Newman, the quarterback for the Patriots, will drop back, looks left to throw, and throws this one behind his intended receiver, number 6, Mike Guidry. Incomplete, bring up third down.
Real good call that time by the Hoover coaching staff. They send Mike Guidry out across the middle, but they send Alphonso Tucker. They split him out to the left side in a slot formation, send him out in the flat. He drew double coverage. Guidry was open across the middle. The ball was just a little underthrown that time by Newman. Cold night. I suppose it's going to take him a while to get heated up.
They put Newman drops back to throw, looks left, lets it go, and that one was intended for Tucker just over his head as they line Tucker up in the slot again. Pass incomplete. Will bring up fourth down, and the Patriots will punt.
Good coverage, good defensive pursuit that time by the Clovis line. Good pursuit on the quarterback, Steve Newman. Put a big hit on him after the play. Didn't give him a lot of time to throw that football.
Number 24, Scott Deck, is back deep, as is number 11, Derek Faramisco. The punter for Hoover is Demetrius Cotton, and he's got a good leg, Barry.
Real good leg. Demetrius Cotton, great player, does it all for Hoover Patriots.
This one is fair caught by Faramisco as flags go down. Ball is at the 27 right now, but we'll have to wait and see what the penalty is for. This is the way the Cougars offense stacks up with Stamps, Westerberry, Wright, Adar, and Mass, the big offensive line. And they do a very good job. There's the dangerous Keith Poole, Scott Deck, and the big tight end Metzler. And in the backfield, Sasoyoff, Minutes, and the tailback is Kelly Larson.
Rich, if you like good offensive line play, you're watching the right game. The Clovis Cougars, real good offensive line. They have the ability to do things that a lot of high school offensive lines can't do as far as cross blocking and pulling guards and centers out on sweeps and whatnot. Take a good look at the offensive line tonight for Clovis. They do a real fine job. One of the reasons why they are 9-0.
They're bringing the ball all the way back. Take a look at the game officials. Don Smith, the referee. Ken Holtz is the umpire. Mark Mulcahy is the line judge, and John Heronian is the head linesman.
What we have, Rich, is we have a clip by the Clovis Cougars on the punt. That will give the Hoover Patriots a first down. It's a 15-yard penalty. And, boy, that's a nice break to start out the game.
That is what Hoover's going to need tonight, is breaks and to play well. And this is a very big break. You're not going to get many mistakes out of the Clovis Cougars. Newman under center. He gives the ball to Fortier over the left side. Pounds out a couple, but not much there.
Yeah, great matchup, that tough, rugged Clovis defense against that big guy right there, number 46, Fortier. Should be some serious hitting going on.
Fortier picks up 4, bring up 2nd and 6. Patriots in the I formation with 2 receivers split out to Newman's left. He hands to Fortier again over the left side, and he is stuffed. Big hit by number 54, Miles Pavich.
Just a great job that time by Miles Pavich, just scraping into the hole, putting his face mask right in the chest of Warren Fortier and driving him down. That's some big-time linebacker play that time by number 54, Miles Pavich, who has also done a great job for Clovis this season.
When I watched Hoover last week, if they do something well, they tend to keep doing it over and over. And this Clovis team is a team that adjusts very well. I think that's another one of their many strong points.
No doubt about it. We have a second down here.
3rd and 4, and Newman is pressured. He's still on his feet. Still stumbling, dives forward, but he's going to lose quite a few yards. And big number 98, Ryan Nixo, isn't sure how he got away.
Rich, that was number 89, Mike Hawks, who got in there. Hoover comes out 3rd and 4, tries a little play-action pass. Mike Hawks wasn't blocked, comes in, put the pressure on Newman. Allows time for his buddies to come up and put the sack on Newman. Good defensive play.
It's a great job by Newman to stay on his feet. I had no idea how he did that. Looked like he was sitting on somebody there.
Yeah, he took a big hit. He probably should have stayed down the first time.
So the Patriots will punt again. Cotton punts this one, a low liner that Deck fields over his shoulder. And then he's got a lot of pressure, now breaks away. is on his feet, does a nice job of returning, but doesn't get much as he returns the ball to only the 18. That's a very dangerous thing for Scott Deck to do, to field a punt over his shoulder like that.
I'm really surprised that he made that play.
As you look at the Patriots defense, they have Tagigian at tackle, McCauley, Cotton, and Adler are the outside linebackers. Ferguson, Sebilian, Fortier, and Morris, and then Rubsich, Villanueva, and Jones are the defensive backfield. They give this one to Larson over the left side. Another big hole for Kelly Larson. He's close to a first down.
Clovis comes out on first down, runs a sprint draw to Kelly Larson. Nice hole over the left side. Picks up about 9 yards. That's Clovis. You never know what they're going to do. Run, pass, they can do it all.
Out of the I formation again, Menace is the up back, Larson the tailback. Poole and Deck are the receivers, and they give this one to Larson over the left side, and he's just tripped up. But he will have enough for the first down as the ball goes out over the 30.
One of Clovis's main plays is that tailback power to Kelly Larson. That time Demetrius Cotton, who's playing defensive end position, comes up and makes a nice play, trips up Larson, holds him to only about 2 yards. But you'll see a lot of that tailback power out of the Cougars tonight.
Ball at the 32, number 7, Dan Giannone brings the play in. Out comes Tim Minnis as they go with Deck and Giannone at the bottom of your screen. Poole is to the top, and the lone setback is Larson. Soyoff under center, drops back. He's going to do the quarterback keeper, but he is dragged down by number 12, Larry Rupsich. Nice play. Rupsich played a good game last week, and that's a nice tackle there on a very tough Jason Soyoff.
Very nice play by Rupsich, playing safety position. Quarterback draw, we've seen it many times by Clovis this season. Larry Rupsich sees that play, comes up and makes a nice tackle on Soyoff. I don't know if Rupsich was playing at the beginning of the season as a starter. I know he's the backup quarterback, but he's come in as strong safety and done a great job for Hoover this last part of the season.
They hand off this time to Larson, and he is tripped up in the backfield for no gain. Tripped up by number 56, Adler.
That's a real nice play that time by Adler. The linebacker comes up, puts a nice hit on Larson. Wasn't fooled by the, looked like Soyoff was going to try to pull out of there, but Adler came up and made a real nice play. And Rich, one thing about this matchup tonight is Hoover's a pretty big team, physical team, and I think they can match up physically with Clovis pretty well.
They go with twins to the left in Ferramisco and Poole. Ferramisco in the slot. They fake the handoff. Soyoff rolls out. He's got pressure. Steps up and throws at Ferramisco, who makes the catch on the sideline for a Cougar first down.
Great catch by Ferramisco and just a great throw by Jason Soyoff. He was on the run, 2 guys chasing him, and he just threw an absolute bullet to Ferramisco out there on the left sideline for a nice first down. Tell you what, that Soyoff really impresses me. I don't know what kind of college recruitment he's getting, but I tell you what, he is a very fine quarterback. No question in my mind he can play at the Division I level at quarterback.
Ball at the 42-yard line. They try Larson around the right side, and he is knocked down by Fortier, but not before he picks up a couple. And that's a good matchup there. There's 2 big, strong kids in Kelly Larson and Fortier.
Fortier, a two-way player, as many of these Hoover Patriots are. They got their best players out on the field. And Fortier has some tough running room to run to that big boy, about 235, 240 pounds. And he just looks big, just looking down on the field. He's just a big kid.
Cougars go with 2 tight ends with Cordero and Metzler. And they're going to run Larson around the right side. He's got a big hole, knocks another man over.
Fumble.
Ball is loose.
I think Clovis got it. And they do.
Cougars recover, and they are very lucky. I wasn't sure when that ball came out whether or not Larson's knee had touched.
I know, and he was going down, trying to outstretch his arm, get the extra yard. Lost control of the football. Just a great play that time by Clovis. They ran a tailback scissors play where you pull the weak side guard and tackle up through the hole. Just a humongous hole over the right side, and a big pickup for Kelly Larson. Fumbles the football at the end, but nonetheless they recover for a nice gain. cold night like this, Rich, real important that you keep two hands on that football most of the time because football tends to get a little hard in this cold weather and easily will slip out of your hand if you're not careful.
Yeah, Larson did a great job running over number 80, Aaron Almost, but when the ball came out, he was just, he knew he was going down, and he just tried to stretch that arm out and pick up a couple more yards. You can't fault him for effort, but I'm sure the coach is going to say, that's great to go for the extra couple yards, but it's more important to keep hold of that ball. This is the Cougar team that came out against Sanger, the tough running team. When we saw them earlier, I don't know if they felt they could run if they needed to, but they threw the ball so well. And this is a team who's just playing smash mouth football again right now, only throwing one pass so far, but for a big completion. First and 10 from the 23. They run Larson again over the left side, big hole, and he's tackled down again. Pick up of another first down. Ball at the 11.
Another big hole over the left side for Kelly Larson. And like you talked about, Rich, Clovis, one of the reasons they're so good is they're able to dictate the type of football that they want to play. If they want to play a smash mouth game of running the football, they will. If they want to come out and air it out, they can. And they take a lot of pride in being evenly balanced running and throwing the football.
They can pick up another first down before scoring. Flags go up, and then it's Sosoyoff with the keeper. He barrels into the end zone, but there's a flag down.
That's going to be on the offense, Rich. The side judge over there on the Hoover sideline is telling the referee we're going to have some kind of a movement penalty against the Clovis Cougars, and it is an illegal procedure against Clovis, going to nullify that touchdown. And nonetheless, another nice play. Jason Sosoyoff keeps the ball on a rollout, finds a hole, and finds his way into the end zone, but all for naught this time.
You mentioned earlier about you didn't know what kind of recruiting Sosoyoff was getting. I talked to him after one game when we interviewed him. He said he's been getting a lot of recruiting letters as a linebacker, not as a quarterback. He was an all-section linebacker last year, and he said he's gotten letters from all over as far as playing a linebacker, but he said he'd like to play quarterback, and I can't blame him. The thing about him is he's a really good passer, but another thing is he and Larson are two great running backs. He is definitely the second best runner on this team. He's not like having a quarterback back there who just throws the ball. He runs extremely well. He's fast, and he's very tough.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't surprise me that he's being recruited as a linebacker. Those big schools, when they come after these kids, they're looking for athletic ability, and Jason Sosoyoff definitely has that.
Poole in the slot. He comes in motion. Sosoyoff fakes the handoff, steps up and throws intended for his big tight end, Metzler.
Nice coverage that time by the Hoover secondary. Play action pass, fake the inside trap, throw the ball to Metzler across the middle. Mike Metzler, sometimes they use him a lot, sometimes they don't. He has a lot of ability at catching the football, also a real good blocker for Clovis. They're trying to get him the ball tonight, trying to work him into that offense. We see on this first drive, Rich, Clovis is using all their weapons so far. They've thrown the ball a little bit, running the football. I think that's what they're going to try to do tonight is keep their team sharp going into the playoffs.
They haven't used their biggest weapon yet, and that is the man who is split to the bottom of your screen, Keith Poole. Sosoyoff fakes the handoff, looks over the middle for Deck, and that one is incomplete. Good coverage again by number 32 for the Patriots, Rod Morris. This is a very good secondary that Hoover has.
Yeah, so far tonight they've shown real good coverage. Usually Sosoyoff will still find a way to get the ball in there. He's overthrown a couple of his receivers early tonight. I'm sure he'll work on that, but Hoover's going to have to maintain this good defensive secondary play they've shown so far early in the ball game.
3rd and 15. Ball is on the 17. Cougars need to get inside the 2, and flags all over the place. I'm not sure. It's like another false start by the Cougars.
Yeah, Rich, a little uncharacteristic start for the Clovis Cougars. We haven't seen them commit this many penalties, and they fumbled one time, and you know, we've come out the first few games we've had them, they've come out and rolled to a touchdown the first time they touched the football. Now they're faced with a 3rd and 20 situation, and they're struggling a little bit right now on offense. But, you know, they can score from anywhere on the field at any time.
Poole is in the slot. Sosoyoff drops back, steps up in the pocket. He's got time. He's got nobody around him. He's going to run it. Being chased from behind. He balls over a man and is in the end zone. Touchdown.
That is just That is a perfect vindication of why Clovis High is 9-0. That is just a great individual effort by that man right there. Jason Sosoyoff drops back the pass. Great coverage again by the Hoover secondary. But when you're dropping that many people off into pass coverage, just a wide open field, Sosoyoff stepped up, saw that no one was covered, saw some open field in front of him, and just took off running. And like we talked about in an earlier broadcast, and one of the reasons he's one of the top scorers in the league is he's got great instincts for the goal line. Just a great effort that time.
Cordero's kick is up and good out of the hold of number 21, Derek Figueroa, and that makes it 7-0 Cougars, 3:27 remaining in the first quarter. I think that's a perfect example of, Coach Simon said one time to me after a game, I said, you know, your quarterback Sosoyoff played another really good game tonight. And he looked at me and said, I tell you what, he's a man among boys out there. And that's a play where you've got 3rd and 20, and he takes it all on himself. He's got open field, but a great move on number 41 for the Patriots, and then bowls over a guy and just fights for that end zone.
That's right. That's something you can't teach is composure. And Jason Sosoyoff definitely has that. Just shows some great poise out on the football field and just does an excellent job.
Olmos and Guidry are back deep. That is Olmos to the right, Guidry to your left looking at the screen. Number 45, Cordero, will kick off again. Low liner to the right side that was touched by the Patriots. It was going to go out of bounds. Hits off one of the Patriots, so they'll mark it at the 13-yard line, and that is where the Patriots will take over.
Aaron almost thought about picking that ball up, but changed his mind, but it was a little too late. The ball goes out of bounds. As you can see there, junior quarterback Steve Newman.
I think the ball hit off almost.
Yeah,
that's a tough play.
He
for
was
him.
going to pick it up. He decided not to, but by that time it had already hit him and rolled out of bounds. Too late.
Football's not round, and you never know which way it's going to bounce, and you got to pick. That's a live ball right there. 1st and 10, they hand off to Fortier over the right side. Not much room there. The thing is, Clovis teams have been able to drive on them their first couple of possessions, but once they make the adjustments, then they just tighten the screws and really shut people down.
This is an outstanding defensive front, Clovis. Jacob, Belmont, Nixon. Those kids are big, and they don't give up much ground.
Newman this time gives to Tucker over the right side. He's dragged down, not too much room for Tucker, and that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Patriots.
Nice play by Mike Hawks that time. The middle guard sheds his block, comes over and puts the wraps on Alphonso Tucker. Just like we talked about, just an outstanding defensive front for Clovis.
A look at Coach Plummer, who has really turned this team around after a miserable start. Won their last 5 ball games, and he said it would make their season if they could win tonight. As Newman steps up and throws the pop pass, almost caught by number 88, Troy Wagner, and then almost intercepted by the Cougars.
Boy, that's a big play if Troy Wagner can hold on to that football. He was wide open across the middle. He was behind everybody. Just unfortunate he wasn't able to hold on to that one, but another good call by the Hoover coaching staff that time.
Those are plays that they are going to have to make because Clovis does not give you many chances.
That's true. Hoover is going to have to run the ball better than they did on that last possession. They ran the ball 2 times and got 2 yards. They don't want to have to be forced to throw the ball all the time, or else they're going to be in trouble.
Cotton's punt is a low liner that will bounce, and it takes a Patriot bounce, and it is downed at the 49-yard line. So the Cougars get the ball back in Patriot territory, and we'll have another 1st and 10.
Great field position to start their second drive off the Hoover 49-yard line.
Sosoyoff sporting the black face mask tonight, as opposed to the blue that everybody else wears. Cougars line up. As you look at the time, 2:10 remaining in the first. Lone setback is Larson. Sosoyoff fakes the handoff. He's got time, headed for Poole, but that one is incomplete, out of the reach, really no chance for his receiver.
Good pass protection that time by the Clovis offensive line. Gave Soyoff a little time to step up, just threw that ball a little bit. And for the first time this season, I think it's safe to say Jason Soyoff is struggling a little bit throwing the football. We haven't seen it this year, but I'm sure he'll come back and start hitting his receivers.
Yeah, the games we've done, he's been 16 for 18, 17 for 20.
Very high percentage passer.
They hand this one off to Larson. He breaks a tackle and then is knocked down by number 34, Demetrius Cotton.
Another nice play by Demetrius Cotton, who is a fine football player. Does it all for Hoover. Punts the ball, plays great defense, plays some offense. Just a fine athlete and a great, good football player.
Third and 10 now for the Cougars. The Soyoff under center. The lone setback is Larson. Poole is to the top of your screen. So Soyoff has backside pressure as he rolls out and throws it for Poole on the out. He's got the catch and a first down. First reception on the night for Keith Poole is good for 11 yards, and that means he needs 170 yards. After he needed 181 coming into the game, he got 11 there for 1,000 yards, so 170 more. And he will have 1,000 yards.
We have a replay. Watch Soyoff. You see him, pressures on him, on the run, throws a nice strike to Keith Poole for a first down. 1,000 yards receiving in high school is just incredible. That is just outstanding.
First and 10 now for the Cougars as they hand the ball off to Larson. Over the left side, he is stacked up. Big number 77. I think I felt the booth shake up here.
They're getting they're getting after each other down there, Rich. They're hitting.
Chad Mast was knocked down by one of the Patriots. Looked like he was a little off balance and wanted to get out of the play. They shoved him back and he fell down. That's a big kid, 6'4", 275.
Another nice crowd on hand here tonight.
Yeah.
Lamonica Stadium. People come out, bearing the cold weather, supporting their football programs.
2nd and 9 for the Cougars. The Soyoff fakes the handoff, is rolling right, steps up and lobs one in the area of Giannone, and that one is knocked away by number 2, Alphonso Tucker. Good play.
Real nice play by Alphonso Tucker, another two-way player for Hoover. A good example that time of that Soyoff's not as sharp as we've seen him in the past. Giannone broke out to the wide side. He was open for a while. I don't know if you see Soyoff go out on the play action pass. Giannone's open right a little bit before that. Soyoff looked like he might have had a little trouble getting a grip on that football to throw it. Maybe that's why the ball was a little late and kind of a floater out there to Giannone. It's a cold night, you got to keep those hands warm.
3rd and 9, Cougars go with 3 receivers. The Soyoff with play action steps up and fires to Poole, who's wide open, breaks a tackle and then is wrapped up and just dragged down by number 80, Aaron Almost, and then Alphonso Tucker came in and put the finishing touches on. But Keith Poole is very elusive after he catches the ball.
As we talked about at the beginning of the show, averaging almost 25 yards a catch. A lot of that is his ability to run with the ball after he catches it. I know in the NFL they're talking about having a new stat next year, which is reception after the catch, and keeping that as a stat. And Keith Poole would definitely be leading in that category.
At the end of the first quarter here at Lamonica Stadium, it is the Clovis Cougars 7, the Hoover Patriots nothing. We'll be back right after this.
I'm from a town where things are as good as they come, and it's pictured in my mind just as clear as the midday sun. Now I'm out here in the darkness, and the rain is coming down. Never was like this in my hometown. My hometown is not like this, but that's all right with me. See, I'm out here for my hometown.
Back at Lamonica Stadium as you look at the cheerleaders doing their routine. Cougars on top by 7. And they are driving again. Ball at the 18-yard line and a first down. Sosoyoff fakes the handoff. He's going to run over the left side, and he's got room, breaks the tackle, and scores another Cougar touchdown.
There's those instincts for the goal line again, Rich. Credit number 64, offensive guard Jason Adair on that play. He was pulling out, leading the play for Sosoyoff. The defensive back came up, Adair put a big hit on him, put a run on his backside, allowing Sosoyoff to go into the end zone. Just a great team effort that time by Clovis, and another touchdown for the Cougars.
Sosoyoff was number 2 coming into this game as far as scoring goes in the NYL. He had 13 touchdowns. You can tack 2 more onto that and give him 15 for the season. Cordero's kick is up, and it is good, as the Cougars increase their lead 14-0 over the Patriots. And there is one of the best players in all of the NYL, and I think safe to say in all the Valley, maybe even in all the state, Jason Sosoyoff.
I'm not going to argue that one. Clovis is not as sharp as they were 2 weeks ago when we saw him against Sanger, but still, it's 14-0. You know, where does it come from? It seems like they're stopped. Hoover's made some nice defensive plays, but they just can't hold them all together. And that's just, Clovis just has too many weapons. You know, there's not too many high school teams that can do it all, but Clovis High can definitely do it all.
Number 22, Kenny Almos, and number 6, Mike Guidry are back deep for the Patriots. From the 40-yard line, Cordero's kick is another low liner, and it will be fielded by Tucker at the 24 as the Patriots try a reverse. This is Rod Morris over the left side, and a really nice job of containment by number 26 on the Cougars. Matt Young did a good job of staying home. You know, Matt Young, that's not a kid that we call his name all the time. And you get out there and you get really anxious if you only play on the specialty teams, and you really want to get in there and hit somebody and make a play, but he did a great job of staying home there.
Watch the replay here. Tucker will take the ball, handle on the reverse to Morris around the right side, and like you said, Rich, great contain by the Clovis kicking team.
Newman drops back and looks to throw deep over the middle to Morris, who makes the catch, and he is gone. It's going to be a Patriot touchdown. 69 yards.
I think we're going to have another 15-yard penalty tacked onto that one.
Who's the penalty going to be on?
I think it's going to be on number 21, Derek Figueroa. Morris was running into the end zone. He kind of gave him a little forearm shiver. Nice throw that time by Newman.
So just like that, the Patriots get on the board, and that is very important for them. The only team all year that has been able to stay with the Clovis Cougars was Clovis West, and they did that with big plays just like that one.
That's right. Oh, it's going to be against Hoover. I'm sorry, I thought Figueroa, apparently Morris did something to Figueroa to cause that 15-yard penalty. All I saw was Figueroa, but apparently Morris, I think what he did is I think he threw the football at Figueroa, kind of a little showboating action.
So 15 yards, that will make this a 35-yard extra point. Patriots kicker is number 70, James Colorado. And he kicks the ball on the extra points last week. He kicked it plenty far, but when he tried a long field goal, he tried to put a little too much into it and shanked it left. We'll see what he does here on the extra point. It is up, and it is good.
Nice kick. That'll give Hoover lots of momentum. See Platt Plummer, he's excited. He's got his football team playing some good football, and they're right back in this football game, 14-7. And like you said earlier, Rich, Clovis West was able to get some big plays against this Clovis defense, and you saw a big play that time. Good coverage, just a nice throw by Newman. Maybe the cornerback for Clovis thought the ball was going to be thrown a little bit shorter. He comes up, tries to make the interception. It goes over his head. Morris catches the ball, and no one's going to catch him. Long touchdown that time. And a nice play for the Patriots.
Back deep for the Cougars is number 47 and number 45. Big number 70, James Colorado, will kick. And he hits a liner that will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so the Cougars will get the ball on the 20. $11:22 to go in the first half. 14-7, and that is exactly what the Patriots needed. Just a huge play, and that's really the only way they're going to be able to stay with the Cougars, and what they're going to have to do right here is stop them and get the ball back. There's been teams who've scored on Clovis this year, but nobody's been able to score enough and then hold them off. Out of the I formation, they try Larson over the left side, breaks a tackle.
As we talked about earlier, just a great job of running by Kelly Larson, constantly keeping his legs driving, and again taking 2 or 3 Hoover Patriots to get him down.
Pickup of 6 yards, and there really wasn't that big of a hole there, and there were guys on him about 2 yards down the field, but he plows ahead, keeps his leg driving, and picks up an extra 4 yards.
You got to wrap Kelly Larson up and drive him down.
Make it 2nd and 6, 3 wide receivers, but they give to Larson over the right side. Got a hole, picks up a first down before he is dropped down. Rod Morrison on the tackle. And there's a guy who wasn't a running back until a couple weeks before their first game, Kelly Larson.
Yeah, converted linebacker seems to be common here at Clovis. Convert linebackers into offensive stars. Jason Sosoyoff, Kelly Larson has done a great job and a real weapon for Clovis. Not going to run away from a lot of people, but you give him the ball, he's going to get you some yards every time.
From the 33, they give it to Larson again over the left side, and that's a good tackle by number 12, Larry Rupsich. He saved a touchdown last week, and he doesn't knock a lot of people back, you know, doesn't decleat anybody, but he makes the tackle, and that's exactly what you need from somebody who's going to be up there in a linebacker, strong safety type position.
Yeah, good tackler, Larry Rupsich. Came up and took the legs out that time for Kelly Larson. What you're going to have to do is we're going to see here on the replay, watch Larson get the ball, see the offensive line pulling out in front. Nice hole, there comes Rupsich. Wraps his arms around him, able to drag him down by the ankles. Nice tackle.
2nd down now for the Cougars. Sosoyoff drops back. He has pressure, and he is sacked by number 64, Ruben Macias, 6'1", 280-pounder. And that's the first time in a long time I've seen Jason Sosoyoff sacked.
Good coverage by the Hoover secondary. Sosoyoff, no one open downfield. In comes the defensive pressure to sack him, and nice defensive play by Hoover. They've got Clovis backed up now, 3rd and 15. They're going to have to be able to hold him right here. The last time they had the ball, it was 3rd and 20, and Clovis got a touchdown out of it. And the Cougars are going to call a timeout right here. Hoover's playing great on 1st and 2nd down. They have to keep it up on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Give up that big 1st down play.
Yeah, Hoover is playing tough, but you know that 3rd down, they completed the 11-yarder to Poole for a 1st down. They completed, what, a 15-yarder to Faramisco for a 1st down.
Coach Tim Simon's going to come out and talk to his offensive players. I'd say that maybe a play design for number 3 might be in the works right here.
That's a good guess. In his 13th year here at Clovis High, been very successful.
16th year.
16th year?
Yeah.
Wow. How time flies.
That is a long time. 16 years.
Done a great job. Had a lot of good teams. Sosoyoff fakes the handoff and rolls left. He's going to throw back across the middle for Poole, but it is intercepted by number 22, Rod Morris, who is playing a whale of a game so far.
Great coverage by Morris that time. Had Poole man-to-man. Poole starts out on the near sidelines, runs all the way across the middle. Morris stays on him. The ball is thrown not too badly. Morris is just right there to reach for it and pick it off. And another big play for the Patriots, and they're playing great right now. And I like to see it. Watch You'll see Sosoyoff keep the ball in the play action. He rolls out to his right side. You'll see Poole come running across the middle right there, and there's Morris right on him. Great acceleration. Picks that ball off. Just a great play that time by Morris.
They pitch out to Tucker over the right side, and he is stacked up and stuffed by number 89, Mike Hawks.
We've called his number quite a few times early in this ball game. Mike Hawks does a great job of pursuing down the line of scrimmage and getting a wrap on Alphonso Tucker. But getting back to that interception by Morris, you saw Poole had a step on him as he was going across the middle. Morris turned on the afterburns, great acceleration, and was able to pick that one off. Just a big-time play.
Pickup of 1 for Tucker, make it 2nd and 9 out of the I formation. They give to Fortier. He is dragged down for a pickup of only a couple. Tackle by number 51, Craig Lingenfelter.
180-pound linebacker for the Cougars. Wrapping up Fortier, goes about 240. Good tackle by Lingenfelter to bring him down. Have officials timeout.
Yeah, officials timeout. Looks like an equipment problem with number 91 for the Cougars. That is Jacob Belmont. He's replaced by number 57, Scott Franz. 3rd and 7. Patriots have the ball at their own 49-yard line. Newman does the quick pass, and this one is thrown in the direction of number 88, Troy Wagner.
You can see, you can't see, but Pat Plummer is out on the field, just disgusted that the officials didn't throw a pass interference call that time. I'm surprised he didn't get a 15-yarder for coming out of the field. I mean, he is absolutely livid down there. They were all over the tight end that time, but sometimes in the mix-up of the line of scrimmage, you're not going to get that. Well, we're going to have a replay here of that pop pass to the tight end. Watch the Clovis guys are all over him. Let's see right there, the Hoover coach wanted the penalty. The officials saw things otherwise, and the officials over on the far sideline talking to Coach Pat Plummer, probably telling him to stay off the field. And Hoover's going to have to punt here on 4th down.
Coach is still livid, throwing his hat.
Pat Plummer is a very intense individual, as we've seen the few games that we've had the Hoover Patriots this year. He gets fired up, and nothing wrong with that. You can see him throwing his hat. He is upset.
He knows his Patriots need to play a very good game as Cotton is on to punt on 4th and 7. Booms another high one that Deck calls for the fair catch, had a little trouble but makes the catch. And the Cougars will have the ball on the 19-yard line, take over 1st and 10. They still lead 14-7. 7:37 remaining in the first half. And Coach Plummer, he does know that his Patriots are going to have to play a very good game, and he feels, they're going to have to play well, but also, if the Cougars do foul his receivers, he knows he really needs those calls.
That's right. He needs all the breaks he can get, and including calls by the officials that he think are warranted.
Sosoyoff fakes the handoff, is running left, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and then is wrapped up by number 32, Rod Morris.
It's a great job by number 34, Demetrius Cotton, and number 12, Larry Repsich, of stringing that play out. They weren't able to tackle Sosoyoff, but they ran him towards the sidelines, allowed a couple of the other Hoover Patriots to come up and put their final wrap on Sosoyoff. Good job of pursuit that time, and I'm very impressed with number 34, Demetrius Cotton. He is a really outstanding defensive football player for the Hoover Patriots.
7 minutes remaining in the first half now. Cougars go three wide receivers and then hand off to Larson, but he is stacked up in a hurry. Not much doing there. That last interception, it just hit me as I looked down, was by number 22, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kenny Jones.
That's not Morris.
That's not Rod Morris.
Great.
Rod Morris is number 32.
Here we are saying what a great player he is. It's not even him. You're right, it was number 22, Kenny Jones. Sorry, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny, we apologize. Great play.
Nonetheless,
anyway,
it was a great play.
Sure, still a great play. Tell Rod he owes you a Pepsi or something.
You see, they're both the cornerback. Morris is on the near sideline. Kenny Jones is on the far sideline. We just assumed it was Morris because he's usually lined up here on the near sideline, but not that time.
Sosoyoff throws a lob and it is out in front of his intended receiver, number 24, and that is good coverage by number 22, Kenny Jones. Fine cover man for the Patriots.
That time Clovis tries to run a little fade pattern. Often you'll see that play down by the goal line. Send the wide receiver out. The quarterback takes a two-step drop, throws it up. Just great coverage by Kenny Jones. He's done a great job tonight.
Cordero,
the punt.
Cordero is on to punt on 4th and 4. Jones is back to return the kick. That one is almost blocked by the Patriots as he hits a high sailor, and it is caught by Jones on the run. Slips down at the 45, where the Patriots will have 1st and 10.
Great job that time by the Hoover defense, holding Clovis 3 yards and out. Clovis is forced to punt the ball. Hoover has the ball 1st down and 10 at the Clovis 45-yard line. Real important that Hoover does get good field position, and they've had it this last couple possessions.
In Cougar territory, to start a drive, go with 3 wide receivers. Tucker is the slot man. Newman sets and throws, and this one is batted down by number 54. That is Miles Pavich, the linebacker.
Newman tried to throw that ball in between 3 Clovis defenders, almost pulled it off. Great pass protection by the Hoover offensive line, giving Newman plenty of time to set up and throw that football. Just great coverage downfield by the Clovis secondary. As you can see, number 54, Miles Pavich, one of the leaders on that Clovis defense. You can see have a replay. Watch Newman, plenty of time, tries to throw it right there. There's Pavich to knock it away, otherwise it would have hit the receiver right on the numbers. Good throw.
Back to the I formation. Newman pitches it out. The ball is loose. It's picked up by guess who, number 54, Miles Pavich. And that is a crucial turnover, and the Cougars get the ball 1st and 10.
Hoover that time tries to run a little option. The play was pretty much doomed from the start. They hand the ball off to Fortier, the fullback, faked the handoff to him. The defensive line had gotten penetration, slowed the play down. Probably would have been wiser for the quarterback Newman to just eat that football instead of trying to pitch it out. Instead, he tries to pitch it, and they fumble the football. Clovis takes over. Big turnover right there.
Ball now at the 48. 5.5 minutes remain in the half. Plenty of time for the Cougars as they give it to Poole on the reverse, and he fumbles it, kicks it around, and picks it up. Now he's headed in the right direction, but then is dragged down by number 32, Rod Morris, out of bounds. That will be a loss of about 18 yards for the Cougars.
What happened on that time, Rich? They try to throw a little reverse, get the ball in the hands of Keith Poole, but there's that man again, number 34, Demetrius Cotton, in the backfield, causing all kinds of trouble. I think Poole looked up for a second and saw Cotton and didn't get a good hold on that handoff, and a big loss of 14 yards. No,
more than 14.
18 yards?
Yep.
There we go.
18, there you go.
The scoreboard says 2nd and 24.
Yep. Scoreboard's wrong. Now they go with 3 wide receivers on 2nd down, and they're going to send Sasoyoff up the middle on the keeper, and the ball is loose, and it is recovered by Rupsich at the 45. And what a zany 3 plays we've just had. Another good play by Larry Rupsich. And so the Patriots have the ball again.
Well, Rich, we've had in the last possession for each team, Hoover got the ball at the 45-yard line, fumbled it. Clovis gets the ball, fumbles it back. So we see the replay Sasoyoff on the quarterback draw. Watch Rupsich knock the ball. The ball's knocked away from behind. Rupsich falls on it, and after that exchange, Hoover has the ball again at the Clovis 45-yard line.
They pitch this one out to Tucker. He's got pursuit from Hawks, and then is dragged down by number 36. Good play. That is 36, Van Doren.
That time Hoover runs just a straight toss sweep out to the wide side of the field. Alphonso Tucker trying to string it out and turn it up, but it's very difficult to be able to outrun this Clovis defense to the sidelines. Alphonso Tucker's got to get that ball, look for somewhere to cut it up.
It's tough if you're running that sweep. You do need to slow down a little bit and look for your hole when you got somebody like Mike Hawks breaking right through the line, virtually unblocked on that last play. On 2nd down, Newman will throw. It is caught by number 6, and he bowls ahead down to the 18-yard line. Mike Guidry on the receiving end, and a flag goes down on the far side.
Could be a piling on penalty, but again, just a great throw that time by Newman on the play-action pass. Guidry's wide open down the field. Newman hits him right on the numbers, and we got a personal foul against Clovis that will mark off some more yards against the Cougars. And Rich, with 3:42 left in the game in the first half, we got ourselves quite a ball game brewing right now. Here we have a replay of that last play. Watch Newman on the play action pass. He sets up, throws up just a beautiful ball to Guidry, who's wide open down the field, and a nice pickup for Hoover. And I tell you, we had Hoover 3-4 weeks ago against Bullard. Had them last week. They just seem to be getting better and better. It's too bad the season isn't longer, because they are playing some just outstanding football right now.
First and goal, ball just inside the 10. They give it to Fortier over the right side. Not much there for the big fullback. And that'll bring up second down and goal for the Patriots.
Nice time that time by Jacob Belmont coming in and wrapping up Fortier. Belmont, a mainstay on that Clovis defensive line, an all-league performer last year. Doing a good job. This is my partner here, Rich Gelini, shaking. A little cold, Rich?
Yeah, it is a little cold out here tonight.
Should have brought that backup jacket.
Handoff this time goes to the tailback Tucker as he lunges ahead to about the 6-yard line. Bring up third down, and this is a crucial play coming up. They're going to take a timeout, the Patriots are, and that's a smart thing to do.
Watch the replay. They give the ball to Tucker. Not much doing. It's tough to run against this Clovis defense in between the tackles anywhere on the field, especially tough down near the goal line. Third down, a goal to goal from the 6-yard line. Hoover's going to take a timeout. I'd look for him to come back right now, maybe with a little passing, throw the ball up into the corner, do something, because I don't think they're going to be able to get it running the football between the tackles against this stingy Clovis D.
2:57 remains in the first half. Thing for Hoover, they can come out here. They've won 5 in a row after, losing. Sanger's going to end up the season with 2 losses. They're going to finish the year 8-2, 7-2 in the NYL, and they're not going to the playoffs. If they were in a smaller league, they could go. We talked about that a couple times before. Hoover starts off the season, loses its first 3 league games, so basically you're out of it. With this many good teams, you're out of it. They come into Lamonica tonight, they've got nothing to lose. You can play relaxed, you can play well. No matter what happens, if Hoover would have won tonight 100-0, they're still not going to the playoffs.
Right. I think it's a credit to Pat Plummer and his coaching staff. It would have been real easy for Hoover to fold up their tents after going first 0-4 to start the season out. They did get that forfeit win over Tulare Western. As third down.
Oh, that one is overthrown to his intended target, Tucker.
He was wide open.
They had the right call. And that'll bring on the field goal unit. I think that's a smart thing for Coach Plummer to kick here. I really agree with that call.
Oh, fourth down and 6. Try to put 3 more points on the board, and close that gap a little bit. Make it a 14-10 ball game. Definitely a good move right here.
This will be a 23-yard field goal attempt out of the hold of Rupsich. It is blocked. The Cougars block it, and then it is picked up by number 13. The flag goes down, then he's tackled out of bounds. What a big play by the Cougars right there.
Rich, it was a high snap that time. It was a good job by the holder, Larry Rupsich, to get that ball down. It's just with that high snap, it took that split second longer. In comes the Clovis defensive line, and are able to block that kick.
So the Patriots get a turnover, march all the way down to the 5-yard line, and then the door is slammed in their face.
Watch the replay. You see the high snap. A good job by Rupsich just to get it down, but that split second is all it takes for that defensive line to pursue in there, and they block the kick. See, the ball is picked up. We had a clipping penalty on the return, so that's going to back the Cougars up to their own 6-yard line where they'll take over first down and 10.
They go with 3 wide receivers. Larson again is the lone setback, as you see Coach Simons on the sideline. Number 7, Dan Giannone. Hand off to Larson again. No room for Kelly Larson to run up the middle. Stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Hoover doing a great job of containing Kelly Larson. He's had his yards tonight, but they've done a good job of stopping him. Like on that play, no gain on that one. Hoover defense is doing a fine job tonight.
There you look at the time remaining in the first half. And And Sosoyoff gets the Patriots to jump off sides. And that is just such a smart play.
Yeah, able to draw the defensive lineman off sides by changing his voice up a little bit. And Jason Sosoyoff has done that. We've seen that numerous times this year. Just another facet of his leadership ability.
Out of the I formation. Plunge straight ahead.
Minute 45 left in the first half, Rich. It almost seems as if Clovis is going to be content to run out the clock. Although I don't know, they got a first down. Maybe they were just trying for the first down on that play. They got a long way to go, but they can do it. They have that high-powered offense.
Poole is now to the top of your screen, and Sosoyoff is just going to run this one straight up the gut again.
Rich, I think they were going to try to run out the clock, but then I think Tim Simons might have changed his mind. He was motioning for Sosoyoff to call a timeout before that play. Sosoyoff didn't see it, didn't see his coach on the sideline, so he called the play that was designed, but I think Clovis might have changed their mind and wanted to try to get some points out of this before the first half. Now they might be content just to run out the clock.
They go with the tight end, two tight end set, Metzler and Cordero. Deck is in the slot. Sosoyoff fakes the handoff, is rolling left and fires. It is caught by his big tight end, Metzler, who is knocked out of bounds by number 80, Aaron Almos. 54 seconds remain. And now that they're out with a little breathing room, you've got such great receivers. Might be a good idea for the Cougars to step back and launch one up.
I definitely think they'll be doing that now.
They go with split receivers. Poole is to the left. Larson Malone set back. Sosoyoff fakes the handoff. Got pressure, throws on the run, in and out of the hands of Metzler. And I have to agree with what you're saying, Barry. Something about, I think the cold weather is definitely taking effect, because these are balls that we have not seen the Cougars drop all year.
Oh, definitely. I mean, cold weather makes football a different game. You have to be a little more maybe conservative to see Sosoyoff keep the ball on the play action right here. Rolls out to his right, gets a nice block right there. Throws a hard line drive right there. And maybe, you know, Sosoyoff could have taken a little bit off that throw. John Elway often has that problem. He throws the ball too hard. His receivers can't catch it. Metzler was wide open. There was no, Sosoyoff didn't need to rifle that ball in there like he did. Take a little off that throw.
2nd and 10. Sosoyoff now has pressure and lobs one to a wide open Keith Poole. He cuts back, breaks another tackle, and another, and then is all the way down to the 14-yard line. What a big play, and how in the world does the best receiver in the league get that open?
Keith Poole lined up on the near side of the field, and Sosoyoff rolls out to the other side. Maybe the defensive backs that time lost interest in Keith Poole, but here he comes all the way across the field, and boy, he was wide open. And that time Sosoyoff, as we saw, he throws a nice lofty pass, easy to catch, and Poole catches the ball, and he's off. As we'll see the replay here, watch Sosoyoff, he rolls out, drops back, and you see rolls out to his right, and there's Poole wide open, a nice pass, hits him right in the letters. Poole cuts it back, and here's his athletic ability to break tackles.
On first down, Sosoyoff rolls, throws it, and it's picked off. Intercepted by the Patriots. Number 35, Greg Sebilian, with the huge interception to turn the Cougars away from a scoring opportunity that I think really would have damaged the Patriots, not only on the scoreboard, but psychologically.
Hoover defense comes up big again. Sosoyoff that time tried to throw the ball across his body. He rolls out to the left side, tries to throw the ball back across the middle, and that's a tough throw for anyone to make. And that time he didn't see the defensive back right there, was able to come up with the big interception for Hoover. And boy, that's a huge play before this first half ends, Rich.
A huge play for Greg Sebilian.
Should be a great second half.
14-7. Cougars still lead, but they had a golden opportunity after it looked like they were just content to run out the clock at the other end of the field.
for the first time this year, Clovis has showed some signs of vulnerability on offense. They're not as sharp tonight.
There's big number 77 on the sideline, Chad Mass, one of the starting linemen. And that is the end of the first half here at Lamonica Stadium, where the Hoover Patriots only trail the Clovis Cougars by a touchdown. It is halftime, and we'll be back.
Ever wish government would listen to what you had to say?
Hi, I'm Craig Reed. Each Wednesday at 3 p.m., talk to your representatives in county government.
Board members and county officials join us live to take your calls and listen to your concerns. Focus on Fresno County is your opportunity to get involved.
So don't miss your chance to talk directly with the people who shape our local government.
Get involved with Focus on Fresno County each Wednesday at 3 p.m. only on Continental Cablevision Channel 4.
Welcome back to Lamonica Stadium. As you look at the Hoover Patriots sideline, that is a group of players, Barry, that are very fortunate that they are down only by 7 points heading into the second half.
Yeah, Rich, maybe they should even be ahead at this point of the game. They've had golden opportunities. Clovis has probably played. You know, I didn't see all their games, but from what I've seen, this is the worst half of football I've seen them play all season. They probably should be ahead, but they've played well enough to stay in the ball game, and hopefully we'll have a good second half here, and Hoover will come out and play as hard as they did in the first half.
Take a look at the very spirited Clovis Cougar crowd. That is the student section right there. And there is the Cougar mascot. Hoover will kick off to start the second half.
Rich, I bet you that Coach Tim Simons had a nice little talk with his players at halftime, telling them, we were talking about at halftime, we've noticed maybe a little complacency by Clovis in the first half, but I'm sure they'll come out in the second half and put it all together.
Number 15, Lee Green, and number 47 are back deep. This is a low liner that will be into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. Cougars will get the ball first and 10 at the 20.
I look for Clovis to come out, start this third quarter, try to establish that running game again, give the ball to Kelly Larson, try to drive down the field and put some points on the board.
14-7, Cougars on top. They line up in the I formation. Tom Minnis is the fullback. They hand off to Larson over the right side. He drives ahead, still fighting forward. Ball is loose. And the Patriots have it. Fumble.
Wow, what a huge play right there. Kelly Larson, again, keeping his legs driving, but cops with the football at the end of that play. Recovered by Hoover, and another golden opportunity for the Patriots. First down 10 at the Clovis 30-yard line.
Number 32, Rod Morris, got the recovery for the Patriots. Ball on the 31st and 10. Hoover has gotten breaks thus far, but has been unable to capitalize on him. And this is a big opportunity to tie up the ball game early in the third quarter. Handoff up the middle to number 2, Alphonso Tucker. He fights ahead. Pickup of a few.
Nice run that time by Alphonso Tucker. Not much there, but he's still able to pick up about 4 yards on that play. Rich, 4 turnovers so far for Clovis. Very uncharacteristic for them.
Fortier, the fullback. Tucker lines up in the I, 2 wide receivers. Newman fakes the handoff, rolls left. He's got Fortier in the flat and then throws over the middle. The pass is caught by his tight end, number 88, Troy Wagner, and that will be a Patriot first down. Ball at the 17-yard line.
Nice throw by Newman. Real nice catch by the tight end, Troy Wagner, coming across the middle on the drag pattern. Newman throws a nice strike to him, and he's able to hold on to the football. First down for the Patriots.
Line up with twins to the left. Tucker in the I formation, and they pitch this one back to Alphonso. Fights ahead. For a few, not too much room there for Tucker, but he manages to put his head down, and thing about these Patriot runners, Barry, they do run hard. If there's not a big hole, they just put their head down and plow right in there and get what they can.
They sure do, Rich. Like that play, for example. Not a lot of room there, but you look at the yardsticks on the far side of the field. 2nd down 5. A nice 5-yard pickup for the Patriots.
This time they put Tucker in the slot. Fortier is the lone setback. 2 wide receivers to Newman's left. He dropped back to throw. He's got big pressure, and he throws that one out in front of his intended receiver, Alphonso Tucker. Newman was hit and knocked down as he let the ball go, but good coverage on Tucker by number 36, Miles Pavage.
That's a real tough throw for Newman that time. You know, he's backing up, falling backwards, tries to throw the ball to the sideline, couldn't get enough on it to get it out to Alphonso Tucker, number 2. So it's going to bring up a big third down and 5 for the Patriots. They got to convert right here.
This is where they have bogged down thus far. They've been able to get the break, but they have not been able to capitalize. Newman's going to throw, throws a quick hitch to number 6, Guidry, and he's in for the touchdown, Mike Guidry. A flag is down, though, however.
Rich, that touchdown is also going to be called back. The side judge, I think he might have a holding penalty. Nice play, set up the middle screen there to Guidry, number 6. And the officials are down conferring right now.
Looks like the play...
They're waving off the flag.
Waving off the flag. The touchdown will stand there. Number 66 for the Patriots is down. That is Matt Fortier, brother of big number 46, Warren.
Rich, that's a great call right there. They, 3rd down 5. Send everyone out, set up the middle screen to the wide receiver, number 6, Guidry. Newman throws a nice ball. Guidry just prances in the end zone. His offensive line was out there opening up, clearing a path for him. And pending the extra point here, Rich, we got a tie ball game.
Out of the hole to Rupstitch. Colorado's kick is no good, wide right. So the Cougars cling to a 1-point lead, 14-13.
Watch the replay here. See, we got a little late, but the zone was wide open. You see the offensive line all downfield set up on that middle screen play to Guidry. Real nice play. Great execution by Hoover. They missed the extra point, which is unfortunate, but they're right in this football game. And I bet you if you ask Pat Plummer if with 9:55 left in the 3rd quarter, would he take being down by 1 point, he would say sure, against a 9-0 and an outstanding Clovis football team. And Hoover has given Clovis everything they want tonight.
The quarterback, number 5, Sasoyoff, is running out. He will be on the receiving team. Back deep to receive the kick is number 15, Lee Green, and number 47 on the far side. Colorado's kick is up deep down the middle, and it is in the end zone. That is the 2nd time in this half that Colorado has made the Cougars take the ball out at the 20. Nope, they're going to looks like they're going to re-kick this one. Flag is down.
Legal procedure that time against the Patriots. A couple of the kickoff men had gotten past the ball before it was kicked, so they'll march it back 5 yards and do it over.
A very concerned Coach Simons, and with good reason, on the sideline.
Well, I'm sure he was worried before the game started that his team might come out a little flat, and I think that is the case. Clovis has come out not the great intensity that we've seen so far this year. We have another penalty flag down.
Looks like we will re-kick this one. Yeah, this is not the same Clovis team that came out and just crushed a very good Sanger Apache team. They are definitely flat. Turnovers have hurt them, but they still are on top by a point. And it's very important for them to get their heads collected, get the ball back, and put together a nice drive.
I'm sure as a coach, any coach will tell you, it's very difficult to get your football team up for every football game. Especially when you're 9-0, you're heading into the playoffs as the #1 seed in the division, like Clovis is. This game really, the only reason that they want to win this game is to maintain their undefeated record. And great football teams, though, can overcome being flat and still win the game. We'll see if Clovis can do that tonight.
Fielded by Green on the left side. He breaks up the middle, still on his feet, and then is tackled down by number 1. Good field position for the Cougars to start out. The Soyoff is in, and the officials are going to take a timeout. Looks like somebody is hurt. Looks to be number 43 for the Patriots. Juan Villanueva, who played a very good game last week against Roosevelt.
One of the few injuries we've had down there tonight on the field. A cold night. Sometimes muscles can get a little tightened up.
The winner of the Baskin-Robbins gift certificate, Mike Porter, is also celebrating his 50th
There is Coach
birthday
Plummer.
today.
Done a great job, as we said earlier, of turning this program around.
For their continued support of Clovis High football.
Wow,
like that
this is
young
just
man.
an outstanding facility here at Clovis. Really is, as you look around and just see what a great program.
Just some beautiful sights out here.
It is 1st and 10 now for the Cougars. Ball just out over the 40. Pool now in the slot. They go with 3 wide receivers. They hand the ball off to Larson, covering it up with 2 hands, and he is dropped down by big Warren Fortier.
There's that counter scissors play again. Clovis runs so effectively. Kelly Larson does a great job that time of getting into the hole, and you see that time reach when he's carrying the football. He had both hands on it all the way from the time he got it. Watch Kelly Larson, and watch how he's holding this ball with 2 hands the whole way. You see, he's telling himself he ain't gonna fumble again, and Kelly Larson doing a good job of adapting and holding on to that ball.
From the I formation, Larson has a big hole over the left side. He is bumped out of bounds by number 6, Mike Guidry, but nonetheless another big pickup for Kelly Larson.
Just straight power football by the Clovis Cougars coming out on this possession, giving the ball off tackle again to Kelly Larson. Just a huge hole over the left side. He picks up another 1st down.
Huge.
For the Cougars.
Huge.
And Hoover's going to take a timeout.
They need to regroup here and play some tough football, do the Patriots. They've got to be able to stop these Cougars. Hoover really hasn't been able to stop the Cougars tonight. It's been Clovis that has stopped themselves.
That's right. Self-destructing. 4 turnovers so far in this ball game.
A shot at the crowd there. Reminder that Live Line with Tom Howard is coming up on Continental Cablevision. Be a part of the discussion on the Valley's liveliest call-in show. That is 7 o'clock Thursday on Channel 4. Coach Plummer retreats to the sideline. Cougars have a 1st down. Ball is at the 38-yard line. They're in Patriot territory, looking to march in for another score and increase their lead. Pool lines up right behind Soyoff. Deck to Soyoff's right. Baramisco to the left. Now Pool goes out to the right, but they hand off to Larson over the right side. Another big hole. And he's got another good chunk of real estate and another Cougar 1st down.
Again, Clovis just pounding the ball off tackle. That time they give it off to the right side to Kelly Larson. Another nice hole, as we'll see on the replay here. A straight off tackle play by Kelly Larson. You see him follows his blocks real well. Picks up a nice 1st down for Clovis.
Now number 32, Tom Minnis is in at the fullback position. They run Larson around the left end, and he is driven out of bounds by number 22, Kenny Jones, and number 43, Juan Villanueva. There is Kelly Larson, who has really had a good season for a 1st-year running back.
Having a great season. Fits in well with the Clovis offensive scheme. Just does what he's supposed to do week in and week out.
Poole is to the top of your screen out of the I formation. Soyoff fakes the handoff. Then he's going to try to keep it, but he is dragged down by number 46, Warren Fortier.
Great play that time by Fortier, stringing Sosoyoff out, forcing him to the sidelines, gets a wrap on him and pulls him down by his jersey. A real nice play by number 46, Warren Fortier. So see the replay here. Sosoyoff's going to keep this ball, roll out to his right side. There's Fortier, stays right with him and pulls him down by his jersey.
3rd and 4 now for the Cougars. They give to Larson over the right side, and he is dragged down. Big number 46, Warren Fortier, again in on a tackle. Kelly Larson had a big hole, but Fortier shot through the gap, grabbed his leg, and wasn't going to let go.
4th down 4 right here, Rich. It looks like the Cougars are going to go for it. This is a big play in this ball game. If Hoover can hold them right here, they're going to get all kinds of momentum going their way. Play of the game so far, I think. 4th down 4, big play.
In the I formation.
Looks like he's trying to draw him off sides, Rich.
They snap the ball and give it to Larson over the right side.
He didn't get it.
Larson goes over the right side.
Big defensive stand for the Patriots right there. Real big.
Patriots will take over.
So Hoover gets the ball on downs. And that's a big stand, and it's got to give these Patriots a lot of momentum. And they really got to be feeling good about themselves on defense, because that is one of the few times all year anybody has stopped the Clovis Cougars on 4 plays.
Rich, as this game goes on and Hoover continues to hang in there and play tough, their confidence just grows and grows and grows. They came in thinking, hey, there's a 9-0 team, they're good. But Hoover's playing real tough.
Handoff goes to Tucker over the right side. Not a whole lot of room. Running yardage has not come in abundance for the Patriots tonight. They've pretty much had to fight for everything they've gotten.
48, Walker, 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, we talked about it before, Rich. It's real tough to run in between the tackles against this Clovis defense.
2nd and 8. Newman drops back, looks left, and this one is off the chest of his intended receiver, number 6, Mike Guidry. And that is definitely a ball that Hoover's going to have to catch if they're to stay in this game.
3-step drop by Newman, throws a slant pattern to the inside to Guidry. Nice throw by Newman, hits him right on the numbers. Guidry just wasn't able to hold on to that one. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Patriots.
Third and 8, 6:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Newman rolls left, sets up, fires to Guidry, and off the tip it is caught, and it is complete. He got the foot down, and that is a big Patriot first down. I think that's the first time all night they have got a first down with over 5 yards to go.
Things are going right for the Patriots right now, Rich. As we'll see on the replay, this ball was tipped by a Clovis linebacker. As you see Newman stop, set, throws, the ball tipped right into the hands of Guidry, number 6, for a first down. Things are going right, they're going right, and they're going right now for the Patriots. They're rolling right now.
Officials throw the flag. Looks like somebody was offside. Ball start against the Patriots. That's really tough to the Hoover team. You get the ball rolling, you get a big first down, you need to keep this drive going.
Yeah, you don't want, even though it's only a 5-yard penalty, you know, you don't want those penalties to stop your momentum when you're playing so well.
Handoff this time to the big fullback, Fortier, but he is met at the line of scrimmage.
Fortier that time, just a big-time collision with number 54, Miles Pavich. Pavich steps up from his linebacker position and just puts a hat right on Fortier. Fortier keeps his leg driving. I'll call that one a draw. Just 2 good football players going at it, and that's what you like to see.
2nd and 12 now, pickup of 3 for Fortier. Newman fakes the handoff, goes to the quick pitch to Guidry, who breaks it back outside. Now he's got running room, dragged out of bounds, but not before he picks up the first down and gets all the way to the 42-yard line.
Rich, that's just textbook football right there. When you're a wide receiver and you run that little button hook pattern, you are taught that when you catch the ball, you fake inside and turn it out to the outside, and Guidry does a great job and picks up about 10 extra yards. Here we'll see another nice throw by Newman. See Guidry fake inside, go back outside, works every time, picks up more yards, and Hoover's driving down again, ball at the 42-yard line of the Cougars.
Handoff this time to the tailback, Alphonso Tucker, and he breaks through the line and then is tripped up. Nonetheless, another good pickup for that man, number 2, Alphonso Tucker.
Great offensive line surge that time by the Patriots. Isometric play to Alphonso Tucker, so we'll see on the replay. Watch the offensive line getting good penetration to that defensive line of Clovis, and that play picks up about 6 yards for the Patriots. 2nd down 4.
Give to Tucker again, this time over the left side. He breaks open in the clear, and then is dragged down by number 13, Brent Howard. But another big pickup, and that'll make it 1st and goal.
Same play as they ran the last time, Rich. An isolation play to Alphonso Tucker. Huge hole over the left side, and he picks up another big 1st down for the Patriots. And now 1st down goal to goal at the 10-yard line, going in to go ahead for the first time in this ball game. And as we look over the Clovis crowd here, they look a little stunned right now, starting to show a little bit of concern on their faces.
1st and goal, they give it to Tucker, but he is met at the line of scrimmage. Jacob Belmont was in there to trip him up. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a real nice play by Jacob Belmont, getting good penetration in the offensive line and making that tackle.
Now, the Patriots have been down here before. They were down here with an opportunity to score towards the end of the 1st half and didn't get in for the touchdown, and the field goal was blocked. With an opportunity to take the lead right here, Newman drops back. He's got pressure on the blitz, throws it up for grabs, and it is almost intercepted. Number 36, Darren Van Doren, had the best chance out of catching that one, and that was not a good decision by the quarterback, Steve Newman.
You'll see the replay. Newman made a good decision and a bad decision. The good one, he tried to throw that ball away. The bad one is he threw it right to the middle of the field where the defensive man can get it. Hoover's going to take another timeout right here. But Steve Newman has really played a strong ball game tonight for the Patriots. He's done a great job for them tonight, leading their offense. And now they're going to a big 3rd down and 8 right here. You want to try to get into the end zone. If not, you want to try to get 3 points on the board just so your team can take the lead.
Not too many teams can say they had the lead this year over the Clovis Cougars.
Again, the matchups for next week for the playoffs, Foothill out of Bakersfield will be right here at Lamonica Stadium to take on the Clovis Cougars. That will be our game of the week. And Clovis West, the number 2 team in the NYL, will go to play West Bakersfield, the number 1 team out of the South Yosemite League. And that should be another great matchup. 2 real strong teams right there. The North Yosemite League playing against the South Yosemite League, arguably the best 2 divisions in the Yosemite division. It's unfortunate they have to match up together in the first round of the playoffs because there's going to be a couple good football teams that won't advance to the 2nd round, but 2 great opening round matchups right there.
3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line out of split back formation. Twins to the right. Newman throws it. It is caught by Guidry. Touchdown.
Another penalty flag down, Rich. I kind of saw that play coming. They split Guidry out. They throw that straight middle screen to him again, but it's going to be waved off, illegal motion. Guidry jumped a little bit too early and tried to get a break on the defensive man. He got it, but it's all going to be for naught. Watch Guidry before the play here on the replay. He moves a little bit. We can't see it right there, but he moved just a little bit. The official caught it. They're going to bring that one back. But there's that play again, Rich, that little inside middle screen to wide receiver Guidry. Makes a nice catch, picks a touchdown, but it's all for naught.
What a huge penalty on the Patriots. That is a big turnaround. Instead of getting on the scoreboard again with 19 points and a chance to make it 20, they will go for it again on 3rd down, 13 yards. It is 3rd and goal. Newman looks to throw, throws to the corner to his tight end, but it's out of the end zone. His intended target was number 88, Troy Wagner.
Good coverage that time by the Clovis secondary. Newman had a lot of time to throw that football. That gets to another point. You got to give the Hoover offensive line a lot of credit. They've given their quarterback, Steve Newman, ample time to throw the football tonight, which is, we haven't seen that a lot this year against Clovis. As you see Pat Plummer barking instructions to his quarterback, Steve Newman. It looks like telling him to keep his head up, that they'll have another chance. And here's a field goal for Hoover. This could put him in the lead.
30-yard attempt. He's definitely got the leg. Colorado kicked a long extra point after they were penalized. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. The Patriots lead with 4:05 remaining in the third quarter. We will be back to Lamonica Stadium right after this.
We pledged our allegiance to it when we were young.
The flag was still there.
We studied its importance when we were in our teens. We sing its praises at every sporting event. We display it when we celebrate. Lower it when we mourn.
Our flag is presented on behalf of a grateful nation.
And honor our heroes with it when they've fallen. The flag of the United States of America. It stands for what we are and what we believe in. How we treat it says a lot about us.
Patriots get set to kick off. They are now in the lead 16-14. A little over 4 minutes remain in the third quarter. This one will be fielded at the 2-yard line by number 47. Heads up the middle and then is tackled just out over the 24. Cougars will take over. First and 10.
4 minutes left in this third quarter, Rich, so a lot of time left, a lot of football to be played in this one. But for the first time in a long time, probably since the Clovis West game, Clovis is down, and we'll see how they respond to that right here.
I look for them to start maybe to put the ball up in the air a little more and maybe get the ball in Keith Poole's hands. As they hand off to Larson over the left side, banks ahead for a pickup of a couple. He's just so dangerous, and after he catches the ball, just such an excellent runner.
Rich, you can see the confidence of Hoover growing just out on the field. They're really, really happy right now that they got a lead, 16-14.
Number 7, Dan Giannone in the game now for the Cougars, as they will go with a 3 wide receiver set. Deck to the top of your screen, Poole in the slot. And the ball off to Larson over the right side, another big hole. And he barrels his way out over the 35, down to about the 38. That is another Clovis first down.
Give the ball to Kelly Larson. He's going to get you some yards every time. Having another nice game. You see on the replay here. Soap just takes the ball, gives it to a straight handoff to Larson. He finds a hole over the right side, rumbles into the secondary. Good gang tackling by Hoover that time, but a first down for the Cougars.
Soya fakes the handoff, play action, steps up, now looking to run. Here comes Fortier, and a whole host of other Hoover Patriots drag him down. Villanueva in on the tackle, as is number 56, Adler.
Good coverage downfield by the Hoover secondary. Soap is looking for someone to throw the football to, no one open. He's forced to keep it and run with it. Doesn't pick up maybe a half yard. As we see the replay, says Soya. Whoops, our camera looks a little lost there. There we go, there's Soya. Nowhere to throw it.
Good pursuit
Good
all
defense.
night long by the Hoover Patriots. Rupsich coming in on the blitz, but they hand off to Larson. They got the right call, and he's got more big yardage out over the left side. Another Cougar first down. And another fine run by the big tailback, Kelly Larson.
Rich, Clovis is running over that left side a lot in the first half. Hoover had Demetrius Cotton playing the defensive end. I don't see him out there right now. I don't know if there's something the matter with him or what, but he was doing a pretty good job of stopping up that left side of the Clovis offensive line, but he's out of there right now, and they're picking up some big yards.
This time Sasoya fakes the handoff, and now he's going to keep it. Heads up the middle, and it'll be close to another first down. Adler in on the tackle again.
Here comes Demetrius Cotton back into the ball game. I think that might have been a broken play. Let's take a look at that on the replay. You see Sasoya, well, he didn't. I think he was supposed to hand that ball off to Kelly Larson, but instead he keeps it and wisely turns it upfield for a first down. Nice job of running by Sasoya.
Now with two wide receivers. They give to Larson over the right side, another huge hole, and he dives ahead for another first down, and now the Cougars are just eating yardage away, 10, 12, and 15-yard chunks at a time.
Kelly Larson is getting up a little bit slow. I think he's injured on that play.
I think he may have knocked the wind out of him. I think he might have landed on the football there.
He's a tough kid. They ain't going to get him out of there. The referee is saying that he has to come out of the ball game because the ref stopped the clock. So he's going to have to come out for one play. But great job by the Clovis offensive line. They're asserting themselves right here. They want to go 10-0. Crowd's getting fired up right here. This is what high school football is all about. Offensive line is just getting after people. They're getting downfield, getting into the secondary people, trying to flatten them out.
You see on the back of the helmet there of Kelly Larson, Valley bound. When we talked to Jason Sasoya, the quarterback, before the first game of the year, he said, I'm a senior and the only thing I want to do is win the Valley. That was his goal, plain and simple from the start. Whether or not they win this game tonight has no bearing on the playoff matchups next week. But how sweet it would be if they were to go all the way and win this Valley this year, if they could have an unblemished record.
Oh, it's a lot better to go 13-0 and 12-1 like you just said, Rich. This game really doesn't mean anything. Clovis is still going to be the #1 seed, as we can see Coach Pat Plummer pacing on the sidelines. But boy, you know, it sure would be nice to go 13-0. That's awful. You know, there's not so many high school kids that play football can say they went undefeated. And Clovis has the opportunity to do that this year, but they have to get by the stingy Hoover Patriot team, who's giving it everything they have tonight.
Out of the I formation, they give it again to the tailback Larson. There's no room there. The Patriots had that thing stuffed from the beginning. In comes number 45, Jason Cordero. Tom Minnis comes out, number 32. Second and 10. Cougars need to get inside the 3-yard line for a first down. Here's Larson, breaks the tackle, and then again out over the left side. That may have looked like a piling on, but I think number 24, Scott Deck, was just continuing his block.
Number 12, Larry Repsis, came up from his safety position, put a nice hit on Kelly Larson. But like we talked about, he didn't wrap his arms, and Larson bounces right off the hit. And he doesn't pick up much on that play as we see the replay. Watch Larry Repsis come up and put the hit on him. Boom, right there. Doesn't wrap his arms. Larson gets away. But a good tackle nonetheless by number 32, Rod Morris, the cornerback who came up and finished Kelly Larson off on that play.
Morris lost his mouthpiece on that play.
Big third down here for Clovis. Third down, 9 yards to go. It'll be interesting to see what they do right here.
They fake the handoff. Sasoya rolls right. He's got Poole wide open on the out, and he just threw it out of Poole's reach. Poole was open.
Yeah, he was wide open. No question they were throwing to Poole the whole way. That time he runs in to the defensive man and then bounces it outside. Just a great pattern. I was watching Keith Poole here in my binoculars. He bounced it outside. He was wide open. Sasoya just overthrew him a little bit. Fourth down. It looks like the Cougars are going to try for a field goal here. About a 31-yarder, I believe. 30-yarder.
Cordero on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of number 21, Derek Figueroa. Pardon me, field goal. 30-yard attempt is up, and it is good. just hooked back. I thought he hit it. He was kicking from the left hash mark, but he got it to curl back around. And so the Cougars take the lead with the field goal of 30 yards by Cordero. Now they are on top, 17-16. And as this game gets 12 seconds to go until the fourth quarter, how big does that missed extra point become?
Exactly. You know, it doesn't seem that significant when it's way back in the first quarter, but here we are going into the fourth quarter, a one-point ball game, and that extra point is looming ever larger as this game progresses.
Back deep there is number 6, Mike Guidry, who has played a whale of a game tonight, and number 22, Kenny Jones. Cordero will kick off from the 40-yard line. Receivers are at the 10. This one goes right to Guidry on a bounce. Heads up the left side, breaks through. He's out in the open, racing down the sideline and then knocked out of bounds by the safety man. But nonetheless, a good return by Guidry. And once again, the Patriots will start their drive in Cougar territory, and that is something that is so uncharacteristic all season. The Cougars have played great football, and they have not allowed their opponents to start any drives in their territory, not too many at all.
Hoover's had some great field position tonight. Just a great return by Mike Guidry, number 6, who has played just a great ball game tonight for Hoover. He has done it all for the Patriots.
Out of the I formation, they give to Tucker, the tailback, and he is stacked up, and there is no room there. That will end the third quarter as we have a good one. Don't go away. Clovis Cougars on top by a point.
The Fresno Lyric Opera presents Puccini's Madame Butterfly on November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Fresno Memorial Auditorium. See Fresno's own Janet Iacovetti as the tragic Madame Butterfly in this powerful opera. This production of Madame Butterfly is fully staged and accompanied by the Fresno Lyric Opera Theater's own orchestra. The opera is a wonderful experience that everyone in the family can enjoy. Tickets are now available at all Fresno and Clovis Gottschalk stores in the credit department. For more information, call 292-1287. Don't miss Madame Butterfly at the Fresno Memorial Auditorium.
There you take a look at the Hoover Patriots sideline, only down by a point. We've still got 12 minutes of football left to play. And Coach Plummer desperately wants to win this game. He said last week that the winning against beating the Clovis Cougars would make their whole season. Take the handoff. Newman with the quick pop pass complete to his tight end, number 88, Troy Wagner. And that'll be close to a Patriot first down.
That's a great job by Steve Newman, their quarterback. That play was he should have thrown that ball a little earlier, but he was covered, so he waited for his tight end to get open. See, Newman holds onto it, and then throws it to his tight end. Nice play, and another first down for the Patriots. And just some excellent play calling by the Hoover coaching staff here in the second half. They've come up big on a number of occasions, calling some real nice plays out there.
They do get the first down, and again, give this one to Fortier, who's got a wide open trot. Touchdown! A 38-yard run by Warren Fortier puts the Patriots up on top once again.
Wow, was there a hole on that play? You could have drove a semi-truck through that hole. Just a great job by the Hoover offensive line. Warren Fortier just gets the ball, and he's got, all he sees is daylight to the end zone, and he moves pretty well for a big guy, and he finds the end zone, and just like that, the Patriots are back on top. Just a great ball game. Great effort by Hoover tonight.
The Patriots will go for a one-point conversion. Colorado know they're going to switch in, and they snap the ball to number 22, Morris, who's going to keep it and try to run with it. He's still on his feet, reversing his field. He's got a corner! Oh, and he is stopped. He is stopped just short. What a big play by the Clovis Cougars. Number 36, Darren Van Doren, and number 65,
Rich, on that play, as you can see, number 22, Kenny Jones, down on the field for Hoover. On that play, when Kenny Jones reversed his field, number 54, Miles Pavich, was chasing after him, and number 66, Matt Fortier, brother of Warren Fortier, just had a blindside hit. I mean, it just absolutely leveled Miles Pavich. It was a big-time hit. Watch on the replay here. You see, there's the snap. Kenny Jones rolls around the right side, almost gets pulled down, pulls his field, and watch the crack back block. Boom! Right there, Miles Pavich gets just blasted. Kenny Jones tries to take it in the end zone, stop just short. Not a bad call right there to try to go for 2 points and make the lead an even 7 points. Instead, they're only up by 5. But a good call right there by Hoover to try to get the 2-point conversion. Kind of a trick play to do it. Kenny Jones still down on the field. Looks like just might have got the wind knocked out of him down there. So they're working on his leg. I didn't see that. He got his leg extended up in the air.
22-17 in a very close ball game. I got to be honest with you, Bear, I didn't expect it to be this close coming in.
No, I knew Hoover was on a roll, but I really didn't think Clovis could be beat. But, you know, that's football. Any given day, anything can happen. Fumble.
Ball is loose and it is recovered by the Patriots. Number 51 is still on his feet. That is Craig Lingenfelter. Oh, pardon me. Craig Lingenfelter plays on Clovis.
That was Hank Segedichian for Hoover, who caught that ball out of midair. Boy, what a play right there. The ball kicks up in the air, recovered by Hoover, and here they are again, the ball at the 20-yard line. This is unbelievable. I can't believe this.
Lee Green, number 15, was the return man, and that it just popped right out of him. Turnover number 5?
I think so. 5 turnovers tonight for the Clovis Cougars, self-destructing.
How uncharacteristic. Pitch out to Tucker, who is stuck from behind by number 91, Jacob Belmont.
Second down 10 here for the Patriots. They've been pretty successful throwing the football tonight. I'd look for Newman to try to get it out to maybe Mike Guidry, number 6, who's split out on the near side.
Instead, they give to the tailback Tucker, and he is stacked up again. Cougar defense is very swarming defense, but this is a big series for the Clovis Cougars. Only down by 5. Touchdown here would really put him in the hole. 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
This has been a great game, Rich. No question. These teams have really played hard tonight. Hoover's really given everything they have, 100%.
Out of the I formation, Newman fakes the handoff, play action, and hits Fortier at the 10. He runs over and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. No flags are down and the Patriots are in the lead. They extend their lead. They were ahead by 5. 22-17, make it now 28-17.
Rich Fortier caught that ball out in the flat, turned it upfield, looking for the end zone. Nobody there for Clovis except number 12, Aaron Castro, who was standing at the goal line waiting for Fortier. Fortier put his head down and just ran over Castro into the end zone. Another touchdown for Hoover, and we might have a big upset here.
Extra point is up and good with 9:42 remaining in the ball game. It is 29-17 Hoover.
Hoover is just playing great. And they are so excited over there on their sidelines. Their fans are over there jumping up and down. Boy, what a huge victory this would be if they could hold on. And the Clovis side has become very, very quiet in these last few minutes. What a turnaround.
Done.
What a turnaround.
Yeah, Clovis has made the turnovers, yet they get you nowhere the turnovers if you can't capitalize on them. And that's what the Patriots are doing. They're getting the ball in good field position, but they march 40 yards down the field right there and scored a touchdown.
They are definitely capitalizing. We talked about it before. If Clovis was going to lose this game, they were going to lose it. They were going to lose it themselves, but they've done that. They've had some costly turnovers, but Hoover's capitalizing, just like you said, doing a great job.
Liner is fielded by Green. Cougars need a big play right here. He covers up the ball with 2 hands and then is stopped at the 25. We've seen the Cougars make great comebacks before, as they did against Clovis West, but they need 2 scores. There is head coach Tim Simon. Very concerned on the sideline, and with good reason. They give it to Larson again over the left side. He's got a big hole out in the open. Kelly Larson.
Real nice play that time. They give it on the counter play to Kelly Larson over the left side. Big, huge hole. He rumbles out into the open field, picks up a nice gain and a big first down for Clovis. You know, you might think that they'd come out and throw the football here, down 2 scores, but you know, there's still a lot of time left on the clock. They don't want to get away from what they do best, and that's a good equal distribution between pass and run, and I'm sure we'll continue to see that.
Now Poole comes down in the slot. Sasoyoff again gives to Larson, this time over the right side. Stacked up, good tackle there by number 58 on the Patriots. Pardon me, that's 56, Adler. Playing a good game tonight, as are these Hoover Patriots. Really look like the fine team they are. This looks like the team I think that Coach Plummer expected when the season started. A little rough going early on, but this is a very fine football team, and they're certainly on top of their game tonight. They give it again to Larson over the left side. He bangs ahead, a pickup of 7. Another first down for the Cougars.
Another huge hole opened up by the offensive line over on the left side. Corey Westbury, Jason Adair doing a good job. See the replay, just a straight tailback power to Larson. See the big hole right there. Another first down for Clovis, who has got the ball and marched down the field, running the football.
Plenty of time remaining. 8:10 to go in the ball game. Sasoyoff rolls right. Got plenty of room. He's got Poole. There's double coverage. He's got a touchdown. Keith Poole with the reception. And that is what you call Mr. Big coming through once again.
Double coverage on Keith Poole. He still manages to get behind. And just a beautiful throw by Sasoyoff. Lays the ball right in there over the shoulder of Keith Poole. And a quick touchdown for the Clovis Cougars. And they're right back in the ball game. So we have a injured Hoover player down and right around midfield. But boy, that was a big-time throw by Sasoyoff and a great catch by Poole.
What a great throw by Sasoyoff, who is by far, of the games we've done, having his worst night. But if you're ever going to come through, you need to come through in the clutch. And that's just another instance where he's coming out here and making another huge play for the Cougars. And Poole is just too fast for anybody in this league that I've seen so far to cover.
Yeah, he's a definitely big-time receiver. You know, Sasoyoff and Poole are their big money men. If they're going to come back and win this football game, and if they're going to go on to win the Valley Championship, those are the guys that are going to have to come through for them. They've had kind of a quiet night tonight, but it's crunch time now, and it's time for them to step it up into another notch and lead their team to victory. They're going for 2.
Sasoyoff rolls left, throws, and overthrows his intended target, Poole. So that makes the score 29-23. Patriots are up by 6. That's kind of a strange call there to go for 2.
I don't think it matters either way. There's Sasoyoff, rolls out to his left. Poole's open in the corner, just overthrown by Sasoyoff. He's done that a couple times tonight. You make that 2-point conversion, you're down by 4. You go for 1, you're down by 5. So, you know, what's the difference? They have to score another touchdown either way.
But if you kick the extra point and you score the touchdown, then you don't have to make the extra point for the game winner.
That's a good point. Because extra points are not guaranteed in high school football.
Oh, no. Cordero's a good kicker, but he was shaky, a little shaky in the Clovis West game, and Boy, those things that are so easy in practice and so easy when you're up by 45 points become very difficult when it's for the ball game. There is the kicker, Cordero. 8 minutes even to go in the ball game. This one will be fielded by number 22, Kenny Jones. Still on his feet over on the right side, eluded about 4 or 5 tacklers, but didn't get any yardage out of it.
Cordero's kicking those low line drive kicks, and he's kicking them right to Kenny Jones. Kenny Jones is running up and catching him like an outfielder almost, and he's got all kinds of momentum once he catches the football. If you're going to kick those low line drives, as we're going to have a replay here of that kick, you should try to keep it on the ground. See the low, there it is, a low line drive. Kenny Jones running up to make the catch. He's got all kinds of momentum, and it throws some nice little shifty moves, breaks some tackles, and he's down pretty good field position again for Hoover, ball at the 31-yard line.
First and 10, they hand off to Tucker over the right side. Not too much room there for Alphonso. These Cougars have been tightening down.
That was a nice tackle right there by Langenfelter, the linebacker for Clovis. Came up and made a nice play on Alphonso Tucker, who's been relatively quiet tonight. They've been able to get 29 points without him having a huge night.
They've gotten their big plays on the passes, not long, deep passes, but those quick, short passes. This time they hand off to Fortier, and he is stacked up and dragged down.
Great play that time by number 98, Ryan Nixon for Clovis. He's right there to put the stop on Fortier, and he wasn't going anywhere that time. Good gang tackling by Clovis. Their defense seemed to step it up a notch right here with the game on the line. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Maurice Cotton is, Demetrius Cotton is coming into the game. He will line up at the left tight end spot. Newman drops back, looks to throw. Now he's gonna run it out up the middle. He's got the first down. And a smart play by Steve Newman. Good coverage there by the Cougars.
Great play by Newman that time. Boy, he has really, really improved as a quarterback since the first time we had him this year against Bullard. You see Newman drops back to pass. Again, great protection by the offensive line. No one open. He just steps up and he decides he's going to run for the first down. Great job by Steve Newman, who has just come on to become an outstanding quarterback for the Hoover Patriots.
Now they give this one to the big fullback, Fortier. Pickup of only a couple through the middle. And when you're only up by 6 points, you've really got to, if you're Hoover, you got to keep driving this ball down and either really work that clock down to a little time or get it all the way down there and score.
That's right. They'd like to have the best of both worlds, would be to keep the ball on the ground, eat up the clock, and drive it in for a touchdown. But if they can't get a touchdown, they still want to eat up that clock. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining.
Now Newman tries the quick pass, and it is picked off. Interception by number 21, Derek Figueroa.
Oh boy, what a momentum shifter that is. You know what happened, Rich? I think that ball slipped out of Newman's hand. The receiver was open, but it kind of slipped out of his hand, and the ball floated on him a little. Derek Figueroa is right there to pick it off. And boy, is that a big change in momentum right there. 21, Derek Figueroa makes a big interception for the Cougars. Wow, that was huge.
So the Cougars have the ball at the 35-yard line. They trail by 6 points. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. They're going to give the ball to Larson again over the left side. Caught from behind in the backfield by Juan Villanueva, number 41.
Give the ball to Kelly Larson to get on that play over the right side. Nice play by number 41, Brent Kerber, to come up and make that tackle. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Cougars. 5 minutes remaining.
Three receivers now for the Cougars. Sosoyoff doing play action. He's got pressure, and now he just throws this one away. Smart play by the quarterback of the Cougars.
Real nice play by Sosoyoff that time. No one open, nowhere to run. Says, heck, I'll just throw it into the sidelines. That's what he does. Stops the clock.
4:45 to go, but now it is 3rd and 9 for the Cougars. is a big play for Clovis. You got to look for number 3, Keith Poole, in these situations. Even though it may seem obvious, he is the big play man on this Cougar team. He is split to the bottom of your screen. Sasoyoff fakes the handoff. Giannoni does an out and up, and now Sasoyoff's going to try to run for it. He's going to have the first down and more. Bangs out over the 50-yard line and just plows over number 80, Aaron Almos. Big pickup by number 5, Jason Sasoyoff. Cougar first down into Patriot territory.
See the replay here. Clovis wanted to go to Keith Poole, who was split out to the near side of the field. He wasn't open. Sasoyoff tucks it up, uses that great running ability he has, and gets the first down. Hoover had Kenny Jones and Rod Morris double coverage on Poole, and they did a good job that time.
2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Sasoyoff fakes the handoff. He's got Poole in a wide open. Big Mike Metzler with the catch, and he's knocked out of bounds by Almos, but that will be another first down, and the ball is inside the 30.
Warren Fortier put the hurt on Sasoyoff that time after he released that ball. He came up and just drilled him. So we have a replay of that. See the play action right there. Sasoyoff comes out, throws it to Metzler. You didn't see Sasoyoff get hit, but a nice throw to Metzler, who always makes those good catches there for Clovis, and a first down for the Cougars.
Now they go with 2 tight ends, Metzler on the right, Cordero on the left. Poole is in the slot, but they hand off to Larson over the left side, and he is stuffed by number 46, Fortier.
It's hard to believe that that young guy has only been playing football for 2 years, a soccer player.
Unbelievable.
I'm glad he finally got his head straight and decided to play a real sport.
Oh, he's a great football player. He really is. In only 2 years, and Coach Plummer was saying that, you know, he's had a little tough time picking up the game, but, you know, he doesn't have some of the fine parts about as far as reactions go, but boy, he's got it all together tonight.
The instincts are there.
Such a big, strong kid. Playing a great game tonight. No gain on first down, 2nd and 10. Sasoyoff rolls out and hits Giannoni. Ball is caught, coverage by number 32, Rod Morris. And Sasoyoff, who has been rather erratic all night tonight, is pulling himself together and is very accurate.
Watch the replay here. A little play action there. Sasoyoff rolls out to his right, throws to Giannoni. Nice strike, hits him right on the numbers for another first down for the Cougars. And Sasoyoff seems to be throwing the ball well when he's on the run. When he's just dropping back and throwing, he seems to be overthrowing his guys a little bit. When he's rolling out, he seems to be putting it right on the numbers. So I'm sure they will continue to do that with 3:30 left in the game.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Poole is in the slot. Deck to the top of your screen, but they hand off to Larson, who's got a big hole and then was just tripped up by number 41. That is Brent Kerber, not Juan Villanueva. I've been making that mistake all night. Now number 32, Tom Minnis, comes in the ball game.
Tom Minnis, the unsung hero of the Clovis team, fullback, never gets the ball. He does his block, but does a good job, and just a great team player.
2nd and 5 now, 2:58 remaining in the game, and the clock is ticking. They hand off to Larson again with the big hole over the left side. Kelly Larson is down to about the 1-yard line.
There's that off-tackle play again to Kelly Larson, and just another huge hole. I mean, that offensive line is just getting after it and getting off the football, getting into the defense, and Clovis is down, knocking on the door. As we're going to have a replay, see Kelly Larson. Watch the hole over the left side. Look at that, just huge. Kelly Larson breaks into the open field, and he's down to the goal line.
First and goal, and Sasoyoff on the keeper. He got in. Touchdown. 2:32 to go in the ball game. And we are tied at 29. There is Jason Sasoyoff. Another touchdown on the night, add to his total for the season. Here,
Smart play.
big extra point by Cordero for the lead. He got it. Cougars on top by 1. The Patriots will have 2.5 minutes.
Wow.
Great
Just
game.
like that.
Yeah.
Clovis got 2 touchdowns, the mark of a true championship football team. The chips are down. They rise to the occasion, and they're back on the lead, but still plenty of time for Hoover to get the ball and try to get themselves some points. Just a great football game.
I'd say the second best football game we've seen this year.
Yeah, you're going to have to go long and far to find one better than that Clovis West game we had earlier in the year, but this is running a very close second. This has just been an outstanding football game.
Back deep is number 6, Ron Guidry, and number 22, Kenny Jones for the Patriots. There's Cordero, who nailed the big extra point to give the Cougars a 1-point lead. 30-29 is the score, 2:32 to go. He kicks a low liner and keeps it on the ground, and it bounces up over the head, and it's fumbled by Kenny Jones. Now it's picked up by Rod Morris, and he is drilled down. I had no idea where that ball was for a moment.
Rich, I don't think I've ever seen a game where the football has taken so many funny bounces as it has tonight. I mean, you never know where that thing is going. Kenny Jones has the ball, and all of a sudden Rod Morris is running around the right side with it. Who knows?
That was crazy. Turnovers have played such a big part in this game.
They really have.
You know, Clovis has given up the ball a number of times, and then the big interception that Newman threw, the ball coming out of his hand. I have to agree with you. That was by far the worst looking pass he threw all night. I think that one must have slipped out of his hands. They've got a ways to go, and down goes Newman. Dragged down, sacked by number 65, Elliott Hind, and that puts the Patriots in a big hole.
Elliott Hind from the right defensive end position put some pressure on the quarterback. The offensive lineman was able to push him out, but Newman unfortunately stepped right into him. So we see the replay. Watch, Hind gets pushed out right there, but he gets pushed right into the quarterback. And just a huge loss of about 10 yards, second down 21 for the Patriots. And that hurt right there.
Even more important than the fact that they need to go 85 yards for a score, they need to get the first down, and now this one is dropped by Guidry, and there is a flag down.
We're going to have a penalty flag, illegal motion against Hoover that time. They weren't all set.
The wheels are coming off right now for the Patriots.
Clovis might be wise to decline this penalty right here. You don't want to give him an extra down. It's 2nd and 20.
I agree. It looks like that's what they're going to do. I'll get it right. Yeah, that's the smart play. Make them, 3rd and 20 is still very tough. Even though this is definitely with the minute 40 remaining, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Newman drops back and throws this one, and his receiver isn't even looking, and it is picked off by Brent Howard, and that just about does it. 1:35 remaining. Newman threw that one in the direction of number 22, Kenny Jones, and he didn't even have his head turned around looking for the ball. Brent Howard with the big interception. That is 2 big interceptions in the 4th quarter for the Clovis Cougars. The first one by Figueroa, and now this one by Howard.
Rich, my hat goes off to Pat Plummer and his team. They just came out here and they played as hard as they could. They could have easily won this game, but boy, what a great game, and this outstanding Clovis just shows all kinds of championship form coming out and down 2 touchdowns with less than a quarter to go.
Minute 6 remaining. Cougars accept a delay game penalty. What a great game. The Soyoff takes a knee. The clock ticks down. 57 seconds and counting. So the score 30-29, And there is a very, very, I would say, frustrated Hoover sideline. Coach Pat Plummer and his staff and the whole team really had this game within their reach. But a couple of costly turnovers and a good job by the Clovis Cougars of executing on those. That will do it. 23 seconds on the clock and ticking down. So Coach Simons and his Clovis Cougars will escape with a 1-point victory and head in to the playoffs undefeated. 2-1. That will do it. 30-29 the final. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll grab a couple players and the coach, and we'll be back right after this.
Thousands of forest fires are started by people who never realize what they've done. Some never even set foot in the forest.
We're down on the field here at Lamonica Stadium, where the Clovis Cougars just had a great come-from-behind victory to defeat the Hoover Patriots 30-29. We're standing by with one of the stars of the game, number 21, Derek Figueroa. And Derek, you guys did it. 10-0. It's got to feel great.
It feels great. It's awesome.
The interception, Derek intercepted a big pass towards the end of the game, a Steve Newman pass. Tell me about the interception.
Well, I mean, they haven't thrown to me on my side all night, and I knew if they did, I was going to get one. I just knew it was going to be a clutch play.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback, Steve Newman, the ball had slipped out of his hand a little bit. He threw the ball. You were right there.
Yeah, just came in.
Going into the playoffs next week, Foothill High at Bakersfield. You don't know much about them. I'm sure coach staff will get you guys ready. Did you guys change your approach a little bit going into the playoffs, or did you just try to keep it rolling?
I think we change our approach. We go more with intensity, you know, get a little bit more hyper, you know, because we got to win this. We want to win this.
3 more games to the Valley Championship, a 13-0 season. Could there be anything that would be better than that?
Nothing. That'd be the best.
Derek Figueroa, thanks for coming by, Derek.
Thanks.
Good luck in the playoffs. Now, Rich Gelini is standing by with head coach Tim Simons.
Coach, you come into this game tonight. Did you think it would be this tough of a game?
We feared Hoover as a good team. They'd won 5 straight and very physical and a fine coaching staff. I knew this could be a very tough game. I didn't want it to be like it was, though. That was wild.
Yeah, that was. Coach, you're 10-0. Congratulations. You're heading into the playoffs next week. Do you know anything about Foothill?
Very little, but we'll trade our films with them tomorrow. I do know they're a good passing team, and they came off a great victory last week over Bakersfield High School to get themselves in the playoffs. Their coach is one of the great coaches in Valley history. Ned Parmenter has been there since 1962.
It's almost as long as you've been here.
Almost.
Almost. Coach, congratulations on 10-0, and we'll see you next week out here against Foothill. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Barry, I tell you what, this was a much better game than I anticipated coming in. You know, Hoover really turned their season around, and I didn't know if they were really this good of a team, but they proved that they are, again, one of the best teams in the league, and it's a tragedy that a team like them and a team like Sanger's not going to get into the playoffs, but that's just kind of the structure here in the NYL.
Yeah, it really is. Hoover's come on great. They played a great game tonight, almost pulled off the big upset, but like we talked about earlier, championship football teams are able to overcome adversity, and that's exactly what the Clovis Cougars did tonight.
Big, down by a lot of points, and coming back in that fourth quarter really shows why they are 10-0. Definitely the class of the NYL this year. Want to remind you, next week we will be here at Lamonica Stadium as the Clovis Cougars open the playoffs against Foothill right here at Lamonica Stadium. We hope you'll join us then. For Barry Reardon, I'm Rich Cellini. Good night, everybody.